Never stop improving. Spend an hour with us every month with our short courses to build your skills fast. Only available on the Josh Began membership. There are two things going on inside of your business around marketing campaigns. And the first of those is what we go and call a branding campaign. And these are things that we do where we don't actually have any measurable results. It's kind of like something going out in a letterbox or maybe some sort of social campaign where we're building awareness about what we're actually doing. But we're not really expecting anything of what we call a conversion. Then there's something what we go and call the conversion campaign. And this is really measurable results where we're looking at, we've now done this specific thing and what actual actions happen out of that. And this is the amazing thing when I go to work with agents, because we believe that we're actually just doing all of this marketing, but we don't understand the difference between a branding campaign and a conversion campaign. Now, the reality of it is that if you want to be really good, you need to focus on the conversion campaigns. There was an estate agency in Australia that lost $18 million in the course of the last 6 months because of how much money they've spent on branding campaigns that aren't actually converting. In fact, for every $1 of revenue that they generated, over 84 cents of that was actually spent in marketing on radio, TV, newspaper, internet, social media, and particularly social media campaigns on Instagram, Facebook, and Google advertising networks. Now, the interesting thing about that, you might have built this great brand, but at the end of the day, the consumers aren't actually connecting because you're not really looking at that conversion campaign. Now, a conversion campaign is something completely different. Now, let's say, for example, that you're looking at digital amplification tools, aka those tools that tell you what consumers are actually doing on the internet once they've actually engaged and connected with you. So you take their email addresses, you put them into your database, you then send them a weekly update or update specifically around properties that could suit their requirements. And when they click on those things, view other properties, have a look at those across all of the different networks, and that ends up going to show you that those particular people are doing more actions. And what that allows you to do is to then go and get on the phone, call those people, and see whether or not you can get to a higher level of conversion. Now, the problem with that is that there actually is no usage of any of those digital amplification tools if you're not getting the emails and you're not adding people to your newsletters. And so this has been a big challenge for a lot of agents because they're not thinking about the effectiveness of the conversion. Now, one of the easiest ways to think about these conversions is what you actually do at an open for inspection. What we know is that wherever the customer hangs out, that's where you need to be. And in order to be able to go and get a better result, you need to be starting to think about what the measurable outcomes or results are that you want once you've actually engaged with the consumer. Now, the first one of those is that when you're going through an open for inspection, how many people did you actually meet? Let's say, for example, over the course of your open for inspections on the weekend, that you met 40 individual buyers. My next question for you is a very simple one. Out of those 40 buyers, how many are in a position that they already own? How many of those buyers are actually landlords, and not just yours, but even competitors' landlords? And how many of those buyers that you're working with are actually first home buyers? Now, the challenge that I've got with this is that when I've been working with people over the course of the last few weeks, and I've been asking that question about how many people have you met, and how many people are owners, and how many are first home buyers, and how many are in a position that they're a landlord, people can only tell me the people that they think are selling. So you met 40 people, but there's only 3 sellers. Well, no, that isn't actually the question. How many own a home, how many are landlords, and how many are first home buyers? Because based on those particular activities, that would then determine what we're going to do with the next steps for those consumers in terms of booking an appointment. Will this actually be a listing appointment, a market appraisals, or for the first home buyers only, the buyer appointments, or in addition to that, being able to get people face to face with us? Now, the challenge with that is that if you're not focusing on the conversion, you're not actually doing the great work, because a lot of people are leaving this until the open for inspection. Now, things have changed. We've got a lower volume of people walking through the open homes, and my argument is that we need to be doing more of this work in finding out whether or not they're owners, landlords, or first home buyers at the actual open for inspection itself. Now, the reason why that's so critical is that by the time it comes to your Saturday afternoon or Monday calls, in doing those open for inspection callbacks, the buyers are getting flaky and you don't know what to do next. This is all about building relationship so that you can be relevant to the consumer in that next interaction. So before you pick up that phone, before you go to that open for inspection, make sure you're clear on the measurable results that you're looking for. And that is all about understanding who are the owners, who are the landlords, who are the first home buyers, and how many of those people can you get into LAPs, MAPs, and BAPs. I really hope you've enjoyed our coaching tip, and I look forward to seeing you next time.